The breast milk will be gushing out when I have baby. Allegro, 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 allegro. So you'll be there for her. That's my preaching for that to be. No be person will get breast milk. Now they do exclusive breastfeeding. Meaning that is the person that have enough breast milk that is doing exclusive breastfeeding. Hi guys, welcome back. It's a girl back again with another video. Welcome to today's question and answer with regards to mom's life here in Poland. So recently, or not recently, every day I receive questions about mom life here in Poland. I've seen that so many people have now moved to Poland and they're having families and they're having babies, which is a very good thing. I'm grateful and congratulations to all the new moms to be, that's to be, or already moms, already dads that are here in Poland that require some of our knowledge. So that have come to Poland, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I received these questions and I also put out a Q&A, but it was so late, super late, that I just have few people that replied. That's all right, because I have a lot of questions for my DMs. So I'm just going to answer everything here for all of us to learn. And yeah, if it's, I hope you find them useful. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Princess and I document about my life here in Poland. If you're a returning subscriber, hi, thank you for clicking, thank you for always coming back. And let's dive right in. Okay, so I have them written out. If you see me looking down, I'm just about to read the questions. I'm going to answer as truthfully as I think I can. All right, question number one. How is it being a mom in a foreign country? How is it being a mom in a foreign country? Well, thank you for that question. The truth is that, well, this is the first place I've been a mom. I haven't been a mom in a different country before now. So, but from being a Nigerian and also now living here, I would say that, okay, in terms of having people around all the time to take care of the child with you might be a little bit difficult. But for me, in my case, I'm not yet in that position that I don't have anybody to help. Ara has so many aunties that are willing to help me with her, so I'm not yet in that position. And I will also say that now that she's in preschool, it's a little bit easier for both of us because I can take her to school and I'm able to work all the other things at home. So, but in the aspect of maybe values and morals in a foreign country, yeah, okay, this is where I would say I'm trying to find a balance. To be honest, I'm a first-time mom. I'm also still learning, and I'm sure if you're watching this video and you're already a parent, you will also understand. So we learn on the process. So for me, I think there's some Nigerian values. As for me, I am a core Nigerian from top to bottom. So I don't know how to say it. So I'm sure there's some core Nigerian values that I appreciate that I want her to take from, and there are also some Polish and European values that I think that she will need, that I also want her to incorporate with. So I'm just finding a balance. So there's some values that I would really like her to take from Nigeria, and there are also some values of being here in Poland that I also want her to imbibe with. So I hope that answers your question. So my struggle, you would say now, apart, like I said, during the time of giving birth, was language, finding a good doctor to attend to her, because for me as a first-time parent, it was not easy. And also finding schools now as well for her was a little bit difficult. But I know if you have your money, schools are not, there are schools, private schools, but you have the money. If you have the money for private schools, then you can go ahead with private schools. But if it's government schools, you still need to learn Polish. I keep singing it. If you're here in Poland, you need to learn Polish. And I think I've said enough on that. So question number two, did you do exclusive breastfeeding or both? Guys, this was a struggle, and actually I was supposed to share this struggle on this platform, but I don't know, I'm still going to share it one day when I'm comfortable. But the truth is that I had struggles with breast milk, so I wasn't producing as much breast milk as I would have wanted. So at the beginning I wanted to do exclusive breastfeeding, but yeah, let me say this in pidgin, I will translate it. No be person will get breast milk, now they do exclusive breastfeeding. Meaning that is the person that have enough breast milk that is doing exclusive breastfeeding, breast milk exclusive. So I didn't have enough. I wasn't producing enough. So we had to mix both. We had to go with formula and also with breast milk. So at the beginning, it was like breast milk, formula, breast milk, formula. And after 2-3 months, the breast milk stopped coming. And yeah, I stopped and we started giving her formula from then till now. So I wanted to do exclusive, but nature didn't allow me to exclusive. So I went for an alternative, which is using a formula. And the question said, what baby milk would you recommend? Baby milk I recommend. So my case, in the hospital, before I left the hospital, after you give birth, the next day they weighed the baby and they said, the baby's weight has reduced. You have to feed this baby, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't producing. So they brought a milk, a formula, a liquid formula for me to feed the baby with. So that formula they brought was Babylon. So after the hospital, she has we stayed like 3 days in the hospital. So she was drinking this Babylon. So when I got home, I just continued. I went to the pharmacist. I saw it. I got it, and we started feeding her. So we didn't need to change it. However, it was a liquid one. When we now changed from the liquid to the powdered one, she started disturbing her. I even went to the hospital. I was on the verge of changing it. Then I called my mom that, her milk is disturbing her. I want to change it. My mom was like, no, don't change it because it's new for her. Just watch her for 1 week. If it's then bad, then you change it. Because if you change her to another milk, she will still have the same issue. So I'm glad I listened, and it didn't even get up to 1 week. I think after four days, she was fine. So she started drinking the Babylon. So that's what we have been drinking from then till now, is Babylon. And I'm sure there are other milks. There are Hippo, something, others that are also actually nice as well. But I stick to Babylon because that was what was given to her in the hospital. I hope that was answered. So somebody said, what were the things? No, what baby stores do you recommend? Baby stores. I mentioned this when I talked about hospitals and things to know as mom to be. I think I mentioned this in previous videos, I would say. But the truth is that this was also a struggle I had when I was pregnant, finding a store to actually buy things that I need for my baby. I knew I didn't want to buy every single clothes for this baby because, like I read and researched that these babies grow like beans. They sprout like pom. So I didn't want to buy all the clothes. So what I did was I bought newborns. And this newborn that I bought, I had to order them online. Piece of jumpers, 2 pieces of this. I think at the end of the day, I had just 10 pieces of clothes for her first weeks. Discovered was Pepco, my people. I didn't even know that Pepco was selling clothes like that you can actually buy from Pepco. And when I got there, I saw pregnant women shopping. I said, why is it I didn't know this people? Anyway, it was good I didn't know this because I would have bought things I didn't need at that point. So Pepco. I said all these things to say I shop at Pepco, and for baby strollers and all that, I bought from the shop I recommend is Fiat Jetka. Children's World is the meaning in English. I think I'll put the names and all that. So that was where I bought those ones. And the rest of the baby things, to be honest, I ordered Allegro. Everything. Baby pump, breast pump I was given, but the bottles, the bottle wash, every other thing I ordered online, Allegro. So I'll say my shop where I shopped most of the baby things was Allegro. I said all that to say Pepco and Allegro. And somebody said, what were the things you went to the hospital with? Guys, the truth is that I was just procrastinating this, that I'm going to do what is in my hospital bag today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm still 34 weeks. I'm still 35 weeks. Don't worry. Is it not 40 weeks? This is just November. I'm supposed to have my baby end of December. That's why I didn't do the video what was in my hospital bag. To the extent that I packed my hospital bag today, this afternoon, and tomorrow morning when I wanted to come and shoot the video of what was in my hospital bag, I went into labor. and that was 37 weeks. So that was why I couldn't record that video. But if I recall, what I had in my hospital bag was few clothes for the baby. That was the inners, the rompers, diapers, baby lotion, baby sponge, soap, because I was ready to bath my baby. What else? I put few clothes for myself, the clothes I wear to come back, then 2 nighty wears for myself, because of course I know some people say I want to slay in the hospital, but it's my first experience. I don't know if I'll be able to slay or not. But so I had the sleepy wears, 2 sleepy wears, slippers, my toothbrush, my toothpaste, my cup, my spoon. Yes, my cup, my spoon, and then baby things, diapers, cream. Oh, and the pad that we use, that after birth, the pad, the big pad, and I bought that from Allegro. And then breast pad, thinking that the breast milk will be gushing out with the breast milk will be gushing out when I have baby. Anyway, I still used it, but not in the hospital, at home. And then that was all. That was I just put it in my handbag. That was all I packed. I didn't pack anything special. Yeah, I think that was it. But if you want a detailed, if you guys want a detailed of what it was in my hospital bag, I can still do that. I remember everything. Okay, somebody say, what hospital do you recommend? I already said this in my previous video about giving birth here in Poland. I don't have any specific hospital. Poland is blessed that they have, especially here in Warsaw. I would say here in Warsaw, they have different birth, mother and child hospital where you can give birth. So I gave birth in Świerki, like I mentioned in the last video. That's the teaching hospital here. And yeah, there are other ones. You could just Google around you which one is closer to you, and if your baby is about to come in the midnight or night time, how many minutes. I checked maximum 25 minutes drive, and that my 25 minutes was like it's 25 minutes, but anyway, 25 minutes drive to where you're going, to the hospital, if it's okay. And when it comes to finding an English midwives, well, I went online, I searched, I saw a few of them. They were charging 2,000, 3,000 dependent. So I had consultation with one of them, and I think in the consultation I paid like 160 or something started for the consultation. So she just asked about me, if I have my birth plan, if what is I want to do, if I want C-section, if I want natural birth. We just have a conversation for her to understand my pregnancy journey and all that. And but she said I was going to have my baby in the hospital where she worked, was in Flantka. But when the baby came, I didn't even have the mind or remember that I was supposed to call her, because I don't even know where she is. And my husband drove me to Świerki, and that was where I gave birth. So I didn't even have to use her, even though she did not even reach out to 2 weeks after my due date. Yes, I think you should just search for it, and then you will just reach out to them. They should speak English, because they are called English speaking midwives. So reach out to them, make sure you want that person. Even if you have a consultation with the person and your spirit doesn't go with the person, don't go. I know as a first-time mom, you need to make sure that you're in safe hands and all that. So what I actually did was to go to these hospitals. Even that Świerki, it was my it was my first option. The second option was in Flantka. So I've been to Flantka before. So I know how their process is. So I now went to Świerki to find out what happens, and if I'm pregnant, if I'm in labor, what should I do, blah, blah, blah. I collected all the required documents to fill. I went home and I took my time to translate, and I signed them with sane mind, because I can't imagine signing documents when I'm in labor. It's crazy. So share Amara's routine with us. I am struggling with a routine, my dear. Yeah, we are all struggling. Yeah, we are in the same place. We have been struggling for a routine, but thank God for school. Amara is trying to fall into a routine. My advice will be that if you start a routine, don't ever in 1 minute break that routine, because you start all over again. You know, even now that the time has changed, I'm still struggling, because usually she wakes up at 6:50 in the morning, and now she wakes up at 8, 7:30 and I'm dragging her out of the bed like, this girl, I have work, I'm going to work, stand up, you know. So I don't have, I will just make a video of our morning routine. Now, if it's even okay, I'll make a video of our routine now that I'm actually working so we guys can see. But the truth is that stick to what works for you. My routine might not also be your routine, but my routine might not be yours. Just stick to what works for you. I make sure that she goes to bed at least by 9:30. She's already asleep, no matter how we struggle. But some days this girl will not sleep at 11, 12. But one thing I also realize that I do that even if it's Saturday, even if it's Sunday, you have to go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, so that you get used to it. Later on we might change it, but for now this is what is working for us. We are all struggling, my sister. I got you. I feel, yeah. So the other one says, what advice do you have for fathers to be? Fathers to be. I'm not a father to be, and I don't know how it feels for them, but I would just say with how I felt with my husband, what he was doing when I saw him doing, when we were expecting, when the baby was still baking, was that he was always there for me. He was always present. I'll never say, I need this. It's already in my hand. I mean, I mean, he was just there for me. He was there for me. He gave me all the attention. He gave me everything that I wanted at that time that he could afford or he could give me. So I think being present, and also because I remember that sometimes I'll be like, I'm feeling this. I don't know if it's normal. He would tell me, oh, yeah, it's normal. I read about it. He had a book he was reading about pregnancy, about growing a baby, all this type of thing. So knowing, also studying and researching about all these things will also help you to be well prepared. Even now, even build a relationship with the baby when the baby was still in. It's not when the baby comes out. Because I remember that sometimes if I'm not happy with him, if he touches my tummy, I will just kick him. He would just shout then. And now she's out and both of them are like two peas in a pod. Like, they've started this relationship not here, not now. They started it here and then they're growing it. So just be there, build the relationship with your child while he or she is still in the belly. And when the child comes out, it's even a lot easier for you because you've grown fond of this person, you know. So that's just what I have to say to them. Care for them, care for your wife, care for yourself. Be sure you're mentally okay, because your wife will need you. She will need your energy. So you'll be there for her. That's my preaching for that to be. And someone says the last one is, does Poland do dependent visa, student visa? I would like to bring my wife and child. No, Poland don't do dependent visa based on studies. They don't, because maybe for PhDs. I have not seen somebody that came to study in Poland and came with the family like they do in the UK or Canada. No, Poland don't do that. You don't have to be, for you to be able to bring your dependent, you have to be in Poland for a certain amount of years and pay taxes and work. Then you're eligible to have a dependent with you. So maybe as a PhD holder, PhD student, you might be able to invite and come with them. But as a bachelor's or master's, no, they don't do such visas. And yeah, that's it. We have come to the end of these questions. I hope they are useful to you. You can share it to everybody that you know that are expecting, that wants to know about mom life here in Poland. And as always, let me know your thoughts, like what you think. Put your comments down in the comment sections. I will answer them when I can. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see ya in the next one. Bye bye. Kisses. Mwah.